and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, second chance, second take, if you will. I am your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Jake Twido.
Preston! Another Hercules.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn my mic up. 1 sec.
Do that.
All right. There we go.
Ooh, wow, there you go, buddy.
Sorry. had it to video game volume. I don't wear a headset when I play, so to hide the echo.
Gotcha.
That's what I do. Yeah, we're back with another Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't like him. I don't like the guy.
It's a movie he made. It's Hercules from 2014.
Yeah, I think he's a good guy. He's the most egotistical.
Oh yeah, dude.
Him and Vin Diesel can just go poop pants.
Oh, and if you don't care about spoilers for Fast X, apparently he shows up at an end credit scene.
I've heard that,
which was
shocked.
obviously leaked on purpose because The Wrap had it as an exclusive, quote unquote.
What's I know the Fast World. Is this the last one or second to last?
Officially it's the second to last, but Vin Diesel, of course, has run his mouth and said that there's going to be 3 more. So this one and 2 more.
Vin Diesel. Okay.
I tend to believe the studio over Vin Diesel. So.
Yeah.
Because he's already got one director kicked off of both of these movies. So we'll see.
Vin Diesel. Yeah.
Well, this week we're talking about The Rock, though.
So I didn't know this was based off the graphic novel.
Yeah.
And that makes more sense. I looked it up right before I got on here, and I went, I wonder, because I've never read that thing. That makes more sense. It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense, but...
I didn't realize it, but I was like, oh, well, yeah, I get it. Like, I could see a lot of the imagery in this being in, like, a splash page of a comic or whatever. Unfortunately, directed by Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
Probably one of the worst human beings and directors around.
Wait, what did he do?
He jacked off in front of Olivia Munn.
Wow, yeah, okay. Yeah, hey. Okay.
And to her credit, she was like, obviously you want to be alone, so...
Okay, well, I've got jokes I can make. I'm just not going to.
She has a baby now with John Mulaney, surprisingly. So
Ida? Oh, no, she does.
Yeah.
Wait. No, was she the one married to Jason Sudeikis?
No, that was...
Other hot Olivia.
Yeah, she went to Harry Styles after Jason. Olivia Wilde, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. All right.
But the story of this Hercules movie, which I think perfect casting to Rock either way. Like,
yeah, it does.
If anybody looks like Hercules, it's The Rock.
Brett Goldstein.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Which he may or may not continue that role. We'll see how the MCU goes. Having endured his legendary 12 labors, Hercules, the Greek demigod, has his life as a sword for hire tested when the king of Thrace and his daughter seek his aid in defeating a tyrannical warlord. I'm
going to go tell you, I'm not a fan of this movie, but
yeah, it's not. I like the premise.
I hate it. Yeah,
you could take this movie somewhere else. Like, I love the premise that Hercules may or may not be a god or a demigod. Like, are these labors made up? Did he actually do these things? Because I love the angle that his cousin or his nephew or whoever has told all these stories about Hercules, and like he's just a mercenary right now.
But I do like, I'm falling too far. But like, they see centaurs, they're gonna get in a fight with them, and then you find out it's just guys on horses.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, what is happening in this? I mean, like, I get it, but like, what is happening?
So that obviously we realize that all those 12 labors were kind of bullshit, or like the people around him, not him as well, did a lot of work in completing those labors. So it wasn't just him. Our positive review from Scott Foundis from Variety is it's a grandly staged, solidly entertaining, old-fashioned adventure movie that does something no other Hercules movie has quite done before. It cuts the mythical son of Zeus down to human size, or as human as you can get while still being played by Dwayne Johnson.
Did they not watch the Disney Hercules movie? That's exactly what happened. Bullcrap.
0 to hero.
Yeah, there we go. Give me a live action of that, right?
That's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, like officially, it's coming. Like they're doing it.
I looked it up and I went, dadgummit.
Yeah. Inku Kang of the Rap with our negative review. It's a supernatural epic that never feels quite colossal or consequential enough, as well as an utter waste of Dwayne Johnson's unique, dopey, flirty charm.
That's a really good. That's really good. That's
a good assessment.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean,
yeah.
Whatever that weirdo Nemo was. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Well, I mean, Inku Kang was his name. I mean, you can't help that. I mean,
Inku Kang. I'm more like cocaine. So I'm not gonna lie. This movie to me, I started watching it in one sitting.
Mm-hmm. It's not long.
No, it's not. I thought it was a lot longer, but it was not as long as I thought. I sat down, started it, watched all of it. There are black spots in my brain. I was not drinking during this. I was not doing anything. It's just like, what? Wait, what? Where are we now?
I've figured out that with certain movies we watch, I just have to put my phone on the other side of the room, or I'm just gonna instinctively like pick it up and be like, "What's happening? What? Oh, this is one of those
notes
movies."
are so short. I mean, it's like I have a note that says this movie's ending soon. How?
I have one note, and it says, "I forgot Rebecca Ferguson was in this," or "I didn't know who Rebecca Ferguson was at the time." That's it.
The whole thing starts with the nephew telling the story of him, right?
Hercules is 12 labors.
Aeolus, is that right?
His name is
Aeolus of Athens.
This is why I keep IMDb.
Yeah,
open.
That's right. That's right. My Greek mythology is not terrible.
He's not even on like the top cast. Damn, son.
Nah, he was a scrub, dude.
He was like there in the whole movie. Like, damn.
Man, what a loser. You got Ian McShane in this. F him.
Aeolus. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, here's my problem with this. The positive review. Excuse me. Sorry for that. The positive review is what I hate. Like, I love Greek mythology. Like, dude, go heavy deep in that. Get weird and creepy. Go heavy, man. But instead, no.
Which, see, and to me, that kind of differentiates it from everything else, is that it is like, oh, this is a con job. Like Hercules, if they'd have just leaned more into that instead of like the stupid twist at the end of this movie, which is very paint by numbers.
Which when we get to the end, I'll go ahead and tell you, I text you like a little bit. I got how this should have gone. I'm a psychopath, but I'll go to it. But he tells all the story of it, and then it's the typical like, ha ha ha, just gotcha. Actually, he's a normal guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our story kind of narrator of this movie, Aeolus is tied up in this like some kind of camp, like just an enemy camp. That's all we know. Like look like Vikings again. It's kind of like the Scorpion King all over again.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the same vibe. It's like, oh,
yeah,
all right.
He's tied up and he's like, oh, you're gonna regret, because Hercules come through, and then they like cut to like different versions of, or a version of like his 12 labors, like the boar and the hydra and the big snake and the
Cerberus.
Yeah,
Cerberus looked like a wuss.
And then Dwayne Johnson comes strolling in like he does,
with a lion on his head.
Oh yeah, which that lion was supposed to be bigger, but it's just the size of a normal lion on his head. Anyway, and saves him. Like, it's a pretty funny scene. Like he's about to drop on his butthole.
Yeah, he's about to get pillaged, if you know what I mean. Yeah. You know, at that point, I was like, okay. Like you said, this movie isn't that bad. And I'm like, Preston was right. I'm all right. This is cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then after that, that's when I went, nah, No.
Because then, like, he sends everybody after him, and then they go behind this thing, and it looks like he's doing it all by himself. But he's got the Archie lady helping out. He's got the feral dude helping out. He's got the Spartan guy, which he doesn't look like a Spartan at all. But anyway,
We got Ian McShane.
Ian McShane, the concierge of the
highlight of this movie.
Oh, what's the hotel in
Continental,
John Wick?
baby.
The Continental, yeah.
Continental.
Yeah, he's in this.
Yeah. Anytime he did stuff, I was like, all right, there's a good thing in this movie. That guy is the good thing. Just
yeah. And
every time he's like, I'm going to die. This is my time. And it's the funniest, just like, it's going to hit me.
He's just waiting on it like, this is it. And it doesn't happen.
I thought at the end of the movie that he'd die.
And
he doesn't.
Hercules too. It's kind of a great joke at the end. Like, what the fuck do I know?
All right. They start trekking out to Macedonia.
Well, they defeat all these guys, and then they're at the pub celebrating, doing their thing, spending their money.
We have 19 and a half heads. You can't have 19 and a half. Shut up, boy.
Then the queen, is she a queen? She's not a queen. That's her dad. She's the Princess of Thrain.
Yeah, Princess.
Princess of Thrace comes through the door and offers them a chance to save the kingdom because for some reason the king's army won't or can't, or it's just farmers.
Preston.
They come up with some lie. I can't remember.
Where is Thrace?
It's in Greece.
Yeah. And Bulgaria and Turkey, baby.
Oh, look at there. Look at you.
I'm not kidding. I bought the game Hades. Yeah, I learned a lot of Greek mythology because I bought a video game and went, the story of this is incredible. I want to know more. In high school, I skirted by all this crap, and I'm like, oh, it is fascinating. But
again, played by Rebecca Ferguson from Mission Impossible fame, and she was in Dune.
That's where she's from.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here this whole time being like, where is she from? Why do I know
She's Paul Atreides' mom in Dune.
Don't even talk about Dune, dude. I'm going to poop my pants. Movie.
I love that movie.
Okay, weird sidebar. I have a hard... Hans Zimmer's my favorite composer.
Yeah.
He just is. But he's got such a career. And it's like, what's my favorite one? Dune's up there. Just the, like, thought behind everything. All of it. Yeah, well, Ramble done.
When you have a director who cares about stuff like that, it makes for...
Yeah, which makes sense, like his Christopher Nolan connection. Like, I watched it today. Hans Zimmer's like, I love Dune. He said, when I was growing up, I'd go see sci-fi movies, and it's British cinema scores. Yeah. That's not what sci-fi is. They don't have this. He said, so it needs to not sound real. It's bonkers, man. Guy's too smart.
Yeah,
but it's not smart.
What?
This movie.
No.
So how does he? Okay, I'm merging so much bullcrap.
Yeah,
the king offers them a job to kill
their weight in gold.
Warlord? Yeah,
to kill the warlord, or to help train his army to defeat the warlord. Okay. That was the big thing. Because like Hercules is like, what am I gonna do? Like I'm like a guy with like 4 other people. What's going on?
And with yak testicle hair on his face. The fake beard he wore, and it's made out of yak testicle hair.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, random fun fact for you, though.
Great information.
I got you on the balls, buddy. Don't worry. Every movie we got, I got ball trivia. We're good.
I got ball sack trivia. It'll be all right.
This is Jake on pube segment 9 o'clock.
Oh, God.
That's gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I said it and felt disturbed.
I'm in a hot, sweaty room, and even that's more disgusting than sitting in this room right now. Jesus.
Yeah. So he's going to train the numbskulls.
Yeah.
I love and hate, like, he lines them up with the shields, and he gets his boy to just run into him. Yeah! I'm like, that's the funniest thing I've ever watched.
That's my favorite character in this movie is that guy that doesn't
Yeah.
talk, the feral guy.
So I mean, they should have leaned it. It's weird. I don't think it did enough. They should have leaned into the other people. Unless Dwayne The Rock Johnson's not gonna let that happen.
No.
Also, I love that I can't call him The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. I have to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah, like your cast, supporting cast, they seem pretty interesting. Should have done more.
That's with filled out by some pretty good actors.
Joseph Fiennes is in this movie. He's the villain, but that threw me off.
John Hurt, you mean?
No, Joseph Fiennes is the real villain. He plays Hercules' primary antagonist.
That's right. Yeah, he's the one that got the.
He's the
king.
Greek god guy.
Right. He's like his brother or something. King Eurythus.
I'm looking at the list. I didn't realize that Rufus Sewell was in this either.
Yeah, he's the Spartan guy. Yeah.
God,
John Hurt.
Yeah, like you just said. What a stacked supporting cast. I didn't even know he was in it. Yeah. I had no idea.
So he agrees, and he starts training them. They have no clue what they're doing, because suspiciously, this great king does not have an army that's willing to fight for him. And yet all these, like, he has to wrangle up all these farmers and stuff and get Hercules to train them. And after about 2 days of training, I think it is, they send him out into they go in, because the evil warlord has been, what was the, Tidius was his name?
Rhesus.
Yes. Rhesus.
There we go.
Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, give me them pieces of Reese's.
He is this evil magical warlord, supposedly, because his scouts say they've seen centaurs and demons. And the first bit of combat we have is with these, like, painted green dudes that come up from out the ground, because they're in this village that's been burned down. Yeah.
And that's where, like, they get destroyed, right? I mean, they win, but they get tanked.
They suck.
Yeah.
So they do some more training, and then they get
the Bessie tribe.
Oh, okay.
Which that doesn't mean anything. That's like south end of Thrace.
So they get their first big victory, and everybody's like, "Yay, Hercules! He's the greatest!" And then they get some armor.
Say it, Preston. Say it. You know what you got to do. Hercules!
Oh man, Nutty Professor, it's great.
Oh god.
So yeah, they get some armor that was forged on Mount Olympus, according to the storyteller, the nephew storyteller or whatever. His
man, that's really where I was like, what the hell is this movie?
Yeah.
Like what?
So what guy's gonna believe that just some armor that showed up was like? Obviously, that was forged in the city. Like, he just told him, like, make it with leather.
Nah, bro, they went to China. They got that stuff on sale.
They got it in bulk.
But, like, I mean, I applaud it. The people are like, surely this isn't real.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, yes, it is.
Oh, it's Hercules himself.
This is the helmet of nutsacks, and you'll put it on your head. This is a really testicular podcast for me. Sorry.
So yeah, they after that battle, like the Rebecca Ferguson, the princess or whatever, is like, hey, didn't it, like, don't you know that something's a little off here? Like, this king can't get anybody to fight for him for real, and actually this is where I got lost. Her husband is the rightful king, but it's not the Rhesus guy.
Yeah, the Rhesus guy is like I think I'm right, is like a supervisor guy. Mm-hmm. Who, like, speaking in the air, like a Loki type character.
Yeah, but before this, they actually capture the Rhesus guy. Like, they go into battle one more time, and then, like, they're very well trained, and they do what they're supposed to do the shield wall, the battle, and everything. And, like, they actually defeat Rhesus, and they actually capture him and bring him into the city. And he gets treated like shit, like they're throwing stuff at him, and as he's being drawn in.
Stop them from throwing crap at him?
Yeah, like somebody, like the general guy, like kicks him down one more time and like starts kicking him while he's on the ground. And he's like, dude, come on. Like, and then like everybody starts to get like suspicious all of a sudden.
You know what I just realized too? I called it out earlier. Joseph Fiennes is in this. I was thinking Ray Fiennes, but he was in Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
So, sorry, there's an interesting like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that general guy was in the second season of Westworld.
Yeah, he did. Where
He's done a lot of stuff
from? Yeah, he has. There's something that like sticks out.
He was in the Lord of the Rings series. He played Durin the Third.
Oh, Enemy at the Gates. That's where I know him from. He's the guy.
Got a real deep voice, real deep Irish voice.
He's the guy that's writing the stuff. I don't want to ruin the movie, but yeah,
I've never seen the movie. Never seen that movie.
Oh boy, you gotta see it. It's a good one. And Handmaid's Tale, which I haven't finished. I only watched one season.
Okay, so they've got Rhesus tied up in like you've seen this set everywhere. It's a king's hall where like everyone's eating and celebrating and having a good time, and Rebecca Ferguson, she can't take no more of it. She wants to go hand in water. He's like, why you gonna get in water? You stay right there. And then her and Hercules go off in the corner, and she's like, hey, he's saying like, the king said he would kill my son because my son is the actual rightful ruler of the king of Thrace, even though her dad... I don't understand how her husband... I guess because she married her husband, he's the rightful king.
Yeah.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, it does get really... I mean, I feel like they cut some stuff out that they shouldn't have.
Yeah, because her son is the actual, like, next in line to the throne. Because I guess her dad was, like, jealous of her husband or something. They never really explained that. He either sent him off to die or he killed him himself. Not sure. But anyway, she wants Hercules to help her. And he's like, no, I did what I came to do. And
I'm getting paid and I'm getting out.
Yeah, and she's like, look at this. This isn't right. Blah, 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 blah. He's going to kill him. At least take my son. And then, like, the general guy sees all this. And he's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Y'all don't be taking no kids.
No kids on it. So Hercules and his crew, they get their gold, and they realize, like, oh, the king's like a piece of shit. Like, he's no good. He's the actual villain of the piece.
Yeah.
Twist.
Surprise. Not.
That was telegraphed a mile away.
Yeah. From the moment you met him. Like, oh, yeah,
it's like,
okay.
Something ain't right.
They get their money. Mm-hmm. They leave. Everyone but, what's the boy?
The narrator?
Yeah, it's the narrator, I guess. He leaves.
The Spartan guy leaves.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The guy that's
Rufus
like
Sewell.
Yeah, Autolycus.
Yeah.
Autolycus.
He's like Ethan Hawke in The Magnificent Seven. He goes away.
Yeah, and magically shows up later.
Yeah.
But they go back and they get captured.
Oh yeah.
Right away. Get put in chains. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, here's some trivia if you didn't know this. This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, 100%. I'm gonna read this. I found this on IMDb and copied it in notes. During the shooting of the scene where Hercules breaks free of his chains, The Rock stated that he blacked out after every take. I asked the prop department to lock me in with real steel chains I couldn't break so the performance would be real. When Hercules finally accepts his fate of being the son of Zeus, it's the epic moment of the mythology in our movie. We shot this scene 8 times. I blacked out every time, down to my knees. Well worth the pain. This moment is iconic. I'm excited for you to see it. Shut up.
I don't believe that for 1 minute.
Shut up. Shut up.
No one cares you blacked out.
That's as real as your testicle hair beard. Wow, can't talk.
And see, this wasn't even The Rock, like the movie star we know today. This was 2014. Like
this was like
right after Fast
Scorpion
5.
King. Okay, never mind. I'm way off. Yeah.
Yeah, this is right after Fast 5. He was still doing like not big movies at this point. Like not the movies he does today.
But you do find the other twist there that Earthisia, whatever, man. I know all this Greek stuff. I can't say it. Earthisius drugged Hercules the night his family was killed, viewing him as a threat.
Yeah, because that's a big thing through this whole movie. Is like, oh, you're a child killer. Like you killed your family, and he doesn't know if he did or not.
And then that's why I keep saying Servius, because they sent 3 wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when he breaks free of knowing that. Doesn't he beat some wolves up too, right there? Yeah.
Yeah, like because at first he sees it as a 3-headed wolf.
Yep.
And then it's like actually 3 wolves. So it's like, okay, is this movie mythology or not? Like you can't, because like
back and forth.
He breaks free. Like, he pulls the chains out. It's like, okay, is he the actual son of Zeus or is he not? What's going on here? But is he, like, legit or not? What's going on? Pick one. Because then he starts swinging these chains around with the rock. Like, well, the rock is attached to him, but there's rocks on the other end.
Oh, the rock on every side.
The rock throwing rocks.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember what happens because it's.
It's like it's just big fight. Someone gets captured. They're held hostage. Somebody's gonna have to do something. The dude that ran away comes back and saves them. Somebody dies that you like, Titius, who like keeps falling and dies. Oh yeah, his arm.
The feral dude, like he has a pretty good scene where like he saves the kid because like the king is threatening to kill the kid, and everybody's just cool with it. Everybody on his side is like cool with him killing. I don't care how much of a henchman you are. Like you see the head dude like with a knife to a kid's throat. It's like that's when you start to question.
Yeah, maybe you're on the wrong side there, Bubba.
Maybe we're not the good guys. But they just go along with it. They do whatever the king says because they've got their new training and new equipment. And Hercules just barrels through them because that's the title of the movie. It's Hercules.
But it ends because he pushes a statue of Hera on top of the guy.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty great. Yeah.
It's great. And what I do hate is somebody tried to get real cheeky with that because Hera is the god of family and childbirth.
Yes. Yeah, that's Hercules' mother.
Yeah, and since the person, whatever, Cody's tried to kill his daughter and grandson, it'd be like, oh yeah, probably would do that.
Crushed by the goddess of family.
Yeah, family. Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's not feuding with Vin Diesel yet, so.
Yeah, but the movie ends there. Everyone's like, he's so strong. Look at him. The end.
Like I said, it filters out. It like comes to an unsatisfying end, but like it starts off pretty strong. Like
yeah. It's like, oh, this isn't bad.
Okay,
this isn't bad.
Hercules is a con man. I like that angle. Let's explore that.
All right, here's where you're gonna have to decide if you're gonna leave this in or not.
Okay,
because part of this is gonna get dicey.
Go for it.
There's an anime and a manga called Berserk. It's legendary. Like it's done so much stuff. Like people wrote and like probably most of the stuff we've watched. Anyway, it influences a ton. It's a pretty normal show. It's a guy that's a medieval fighter. He's a swordsman, and he wants to be the strongest. He joins a group of mercenaries. They're just taking stuff over. There's 1 or 2 episodes where I'm like, it's like this is some weird like demon stuff all of a sudden. That's odd. They don't touch it again. The end of the actual anime happens, and like you find out that okay, this is where it's gonna get really wild, but you got to follow me, and I'll make it relatable. Why? The guy that's leading his whole mercenary group sacrifices his entire squad to become a god, pretty much.
Okay.
So he has ultimate power. There's demons everywhere all of a sudden, and they're killing everybody. So it goes from like pretty normal. It's just kind of like this movie. It's a pretty normal medieval thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what is happening? Like it gets really dark, really fast. And in my head, I was like, man, what if this movie took that twist? 2014, there's no way. If they made this today,
Yeah.
maybe they could, but it's like, yeah, they should have made this normal, and then at some point, let this go real psychopath. Just
like
bomb out. Go heavy on the Greek stuff. Let it be chaos. Just crazy chaos. The thing I'm leaving out in Berserk is the guy sacrifices people. The main guy lives. The bad guy at this point rapes someone in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
So it gets real dark, real crazy. I mean, like,
yeah.
I wouldn't say this needs to go that wild, but man, that'd have been so much better. Just
yeah, like instead of the 12 laborers, what he was actually doing was sacrificing people to become the demigod or whatever.
Yeah, like there is no twist in this really. I mean, there is, but it's the same tone the entire movie.
Yeah.
I just think it'd have been so much better if it was like, man, this got real dark, this got real weird.
Brett Ratner's not going to make anything more exciting than what we got. Like,
no.
X-Men: The Last Stand is evidence of that.
That's why Hercules 2024 that I'm directing is going to be incredible. We're going to have crazy stuff. We're going to have rape. I mean, we're going to have crazy stuff.
Because that X-Men: The Last Stand was like...
Oh, he did that too, didn't he?
Yeah, but like after the previous two to that is like just a drop in quality.
What's weird is he did Rush Hour.
The Rush Hour movies are great. I don't know what happened.
Money? Cocaine?
Yeah. Jacking off in front of people.
That'll do it for sure. Trust me. First-hand experience, buddy. That's not true.
Disclaimer, that's not true.
There are people from work that listen to this. That's not true. Keep paying me. I give this like a 5.1, man.
Yeah, it's like a 4.5 for me. Like when this first came out, I remember. I think I focused too much on the angle that like, oh, Hercules is like kind of a con man and like a fake, and he just gets people to tell his stories about how great he is, and everyone just believes it.
I think would have been hilarious is if they didn't cast The Rock for this, and they cast like a skinny dude. If they cast
what's hilarious is that very same January, like several months before this movie came out, they came out with The Legend of Hercules, and it's a skinny white dude.
Yeah.
So we had two Hercules movies in the same year, and one was a skinny white dude.
I'm gonna say this: I'm down for Brett Goldstein. He'll never, like we said at the start. It'll never be anything.
Yeah,
that's dead.
No, like
it's definitely dead. But
because Marvel's even said like they're backing up on the amount of movies they release every year. And
what were they thinking? Like introducing the? I mean, I know the comic books go into the Greek stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just a weird. I mean, it's Thor, so it makes sense.
Well, it's a rival to Thor, so and I don't even think Chris Hemsworth's coming back after Thor: Love and Thunder.
Nah, they're all gone, man.
And Taika Waititi I don't think he cared on that last movie.
Taika Waititi.
Like it's hard to like because he's supposed to be making a Star Wars movie, but who knows if that's coming out?
He's supposed to be making Akira, and
he's been rumored to be making that for years.
That's why everyone is like, maybe he's actually doing it now because he's kind of been quiet, right?
Well, he's directing his girlfriend's music video. I mean,
ugh.
So it's like, what is he making? Like, now that new soccer movie he has coming out with Michael Fassbender looks pretty good.
I did not know he had one, so now I'm looking at that right now.
It's like Next Goal Wins or something like that. I can't remember the name of it.
I wonder. I'm a fan of his. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too,
but when is the world going to turn on him? I feel like that has to be coming.
He cared more about Thor Ragnarok than he did Love and Thunder. I guarantee you.
Definitely.
Like, such a different quality in those two movies.
I watched for the first time this year, I watched. Why am I flaking? I have to look it up because I'm not going to say it right. Hunt for the Wilder People.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
I mean, like, it sucks to watch that. Like Jojo Rabbit is on the same page for me.
That's also really good.
But like watching Thor: Love and Thunder and then knowing that he made those at the same time is weird because it's just kind of like, you don't care. This isn't.
Yeah. Well, I guess we've kind of moved into what are we watching now?
Dude, I'm not watching anything. I'm only playing Legend of Zelda. My entire life is nothing but Tears of the Kingdom.
See, I haven't played Breath of the Wild. I don't have Switch, so I haven't played Breath of the Wild.
It is.
Everybody says
arguably
like
the best game I've ever played. I mean, it is like leaps and bounds.
Last Zelda game I played was Ocarina of Time on N64.
That was my favorite game until I played Breath of the Wild.
That's why I heard a lot of people say like Breath of the Wild is like, but Tears of the Kingdom seems to be like the same thing, but really good. I
don't care about beating the game. I'm going to I'm just gonna go explore. I spent 2 hours building. So in this game, you can pick up material and glue it to each other, and there's a whole physics engine, and like you can put wheels on it, rockets. I spent 2 hours building this giant tank with bombs on the front of it because I wanted to kill 5 people.
Oh wow!
I spent 2 hours just building this thing, planning it out, and I went 10 feet forward and it blew up. It killed me. It was the funnest thing I've done. I was like, that was the best. And then I went and hit him with my sword and killed him in 2 seconds. So when I came back, but
yeah,
it's good, man. I'm still staying off the internet because spoilers are everywhere. Just like Guardians.
Oh wow, that was great.
Probably my favorite modern Marvel movie.
Like that's the best one since No Way Home.
I mean, spoilers ahead. If you don't want to hear this, just stop now. But I can't believe no one died.
No, I was kind of surprised too, but I was like, it makes sense. Like a person's journey or character's journey can end without them dying.
It made me like so much happier. I was really walking into it thinking like, all right, this is going to be bad. Well, I definitely cried during that. But
yeah, Raccoon made me cry.
You know what? The walrus got me. I don't know why. Him slapping his belly just made me tear up.
And my favorite thing is like, Groot can talk now? No, dude. Like it's supposed to be like we're part of the Guardians now, so we can understand what Groot's saying. Yeah. That's what that was. It was for the audience.
But you know what? I love how they didn't make that a big deal. They flat out were ending the scene, panning out, and the audio's dropping when he does it.
And it's like,
right.
If the crew didn't react to it, we shouldn't be like, oh, Groot can talk now? It's like, calm the fuck down, all right?
The downside, I mean, I'm sure James Gunn will do more Marvel stuff.
Fuck these fucking nerds. Like, I just have to
people are so
these
stupid.
Fucking nerds that are like so worried about like, oh, how does this? You try running a multi-billion-dollar 20 movie franchise and see if you don't get some fucking things wrong.
I laugh that a lot of the people that are saying stuff are the people that were like, we got to cancel James Gunn.
For what?
I'm like, for whatever. I don't even remember what his tweets were.
Oh yeah, like, those tweets. Oh yeah. That was a bunch of crazy conservative people that did that.
Oh, it's so great. But yeah. I don't know. Well, and then today, as announced, the Superman Legacy, they're holding off because the writing strike, which I think he's got the script done.
He already wrote that thing done. It's in the can. It's ready.
But he made the announcement of like, we're stopping the writing of this. I'm like, yeah, you've had it finished.
Yeah, you already wrote it.
Yeah, good for you for solidarity. But
he even said like he started writing it when he got hired for Suicide Squad.
Who's going to be his Superman? Do we know yet?
There's a few potentials out there, but nothing official. Mm-hmm. Some British guy from something, but he's doing like more sincere take on Superman in a cynical world, is what he said.
Okay.
Superman's like a sincere character in like today's cynical world, which is what Superman is, and Zack Snyder missed on. Even though I love Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel. It's great.
Yeah. Man of Steel is not perfect. The ending sucks.
Yeah.
The whole fight, I'm whatever. Like the movie itself, I'm like, yeah, this is good. This is what I wanted. It was like normal-ish guy, you know. That was good. What have you been watching? Sorry, I just rambled forever.
I saw 65 last night. I watched that.
I still want to watch it.
It's what you expect.
Okay.
It's not great. It's not bad.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like Adam Driver cast as Mr. Fantastic. That's official.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't hate that.
And then I just heard every nerd like, well, what about John Krasinski? John Krasinski didn't want to do it. How about that? You know,
I think he did great for what he did. I don't want to see him in a full movie.
Yeah, like that thing he did in Multiverse of Madness was just like a bit of fun. Is like, yes, Kevin Feige heard you. Like, you wanted John Krasinski to play Mr. Fantastic. He did it one time. That's it. He's not going to sign on for 5 movies or whatever.
I'm way more interested in who they're going to get for Doctor Doom, to be honest.
Yes.
I could care less about any other casting than him.
Which, this version of Fantastic Four, they're already going to have... It's not going to be an origin story. They're already going to have their powers. And they're even, like... And him and Sue Storm are even going to have a kid already. So...
Interesting.
Yeah. I like that.
Is that Cable? No, that's Cyclops' son.
That's Cyclops' descendant, yeah.
Yeah, who's their kid? I can't...
I can't remember. But he's in the future. With Cable,
Bishop.
I think. No.
Sorry, it's not Bishop for sure.
Could be. I think their son is a mutant, though.
Yeah. Whatever. That's not what I wanted to see.
But I watched that. Oh, I played Jedi Survivor. Great.
Yeah. I keep hearing people tell me it's the best. Like, I really need to pick it up.
In my opinion, a little too much extra like side stuff that I don't care about. I don't care about making a garden in a bar. I don't care about a fish tank.
Don't play Zelda then.
I'm just not the one that cares about that stuff, like that side stuff. Like this first go through, I was like, I just want to give me the story. What does this do in the Star Wars universe? Where does it take us? High Republic stuff. That's all I'll say. They touch on that, which I was like, ooh, first like visual look at the High Republic. That's pretty good.
You know what bums me out, dude? I'm sorry, talking about Fantastic Four. That's a 2025 movie.
Yeah, it's far away.
You know what? I kind of don't want people to announce timelines or anything.
Yeah, just don't tell me what's coming out. Just announce it.
Like, I'm done with the, like, here's what we're looking at for a roadmap. Like, no.
And I think they kind of learned that because they left back some titles. They had to announce the next Avengers movie. They had to do that.
Yeah, but you know what? Too bad Jonathan Majors isn't going to be a part of it.
Ugh. I think that's why they put Loki in September.
Yeah.
Or October. I guarantee you that was supposed to come out like July or August.
Yep.
And his next court date isn't until June. So they were like, let's see. You still have to premiere it with Jonathan Majors in it. Like, I guarantee you there's probably no way to edit him out.
You know, I mean, it sucks that he did something really dumb, potentially. You know, innocent to proven guilty, but
yeah.
I'm always like, dude, you understand how much you just ruined people? It's all like, I can't. Now I'm being a nerd.
I'm not going to comment on it. That's none of my business.
Silo.
What? Silo on HBO. I'm not HBO. Jesus. On Apple Plus. Apple TV Plus.
I need to watch it because I've actually got Apple Plus right now.
It's one of the best sci-fi shows I've seen in a long time.
That girl from this movie's in that.
Yeah, Rebecca Ferguson's in that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you said that and I put it on my list. I'm like, yeah, I got to watch this.
So that's it for this week. I think we talked about it. Probably next week might be an Adam Sandler movie. Which one, we don't know.
You're only cool if you pee your pants, Preston.
So, if you have a suggestion for a movie we should do, you can send that to secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at secondtakemovies. I never know how to close this thing.
Watch us on YouTube. Click
Yeah.
like and subscribe. Suck my
Yeah, we're
butt.
on YouTube. Yeah,
it there.
all the fun stuff. Review where you can. So we'll see you next week with an Adam Sandler.